Let me introduce you to an interesting concept. The concept's all about consequences. And I consult with a lot of people who get into trouble in one way or another because they're not understanding this concept of consequences. And it might be that they're bad-mouthing their partner. It might be that they're being verbally or physically aggressive with their partner. It might be that they're in trouble with the law. All these things have a consequence. So here's how I see how things work very simply. We make choices. Those choices lead to us creating an action. That action leads to a consequence, and the consequence is either good or it's bad. So good consequences lead to us being happy, bad consequences lead to us being upset, angry, or resentful. It's important to be able to identify what consequences we want so that we can then make the right choices to get those consequences. Research shows that up until around the age of 25, people aren't accurately able to identify the consequences. There's not enough information in their brains to be able to work it out. Now that makes sense because you look at a 4-year-old, they're not going to know as much about something as what a 15-year-old is, or a 20-year-old, or a 25-year-old. So a 4-year-old can walk out on the road and go, what could go wrong? Whereas parents go, everything can go wrong. But as they grow, they learn more about traffic and consequences, and by 25 they know to look both ways and be careful of cars. Teenagers get into a car and they speed to 100 miles an hour plus, and they go, what could go wrong? And adults are going, everything can go wrong. Or they have unprotected sex and think, what could go wrong? And then parents give them a bit of a lecture and they go, what are you lecturing me for? I'm already fine with all that. And the adults are going, no, you're not. So this is why it's important to be aware of what the consequences are. And one of the great things you can teach children is consequences. With whatever they say, whatever they do, there's a consequence. You verbally abuse someone, there's going to be a consequence. So we need to be able to work out what those consequences are. Now when especially teenagers aren't receiving the right consequence, and even young kids, they want to change it. And whereabouts along the line do you think they want to change it? Do you think they want to change it at the choices, the action, or the consequences phase? They generally want to change the consequences. And you'll know that because they're blaming someone. It's the police's fault because they're just picking on me. It's someone else's fault I got into this fight. It's someone else's fault that I'm late. And through blaming, it takes a spotlight off us and puts it onto someone else. So think about the consequences that you want. Whereabouts are you not getting good consequences? Because you keep doing the same old stuff, you're just going to keep getting the same old results. Therefore, you need to backtrack it. You need to go back to the choices and go, let's make better choices. Let's make choices that are going to serve me, that are going to work for me, they're going to create happiness for me. And when you do that, things start working out. So from here forth, remember, choices lead to actions, lead to consequences. Get the choices right, and you're going to get the consequences right. Be able to accurately predict what the consequences are going to be. If you're not sure, go and ask someone. Get some information first. And a lot of people look up what rules are and laws are when they're driving so that they do know what they should and shouldn't be doing, so they don't receive a bad consequence. If you've enjoyed this video, then please feel free to subscribe below. Hit the subscribe button, and regularly from here forth I am producing some videos that are quick, short, sharp, to the point, that can help you get the most out of your life. So hit the subscribe button if you're keen to do that. Look forward to seeing you in another video.